What is going on, X community? Exostomp here, and today, people, we are going to be going over our week number 3 game. This is going to be against Chungus, as you can see on the side, in the Cape Cod Comfeys. So, looking at his team, I originally was scared of mostly the Rotom Heat and the Swellow. So, that being said, as you can see, as our first mon, we have Rhyperior here. Rhyperior is mainly here for both of them, as he can check both of them. And it's pretty nice. I did AV with just max, and then a little bit of attack. I only really needed Rock Blast and Earthquake, put Fire Punch on for the Fortress, as well as the Serena. And then Dragon Tail, because he does not have a Fairy type, and I thought Dragon Tail could be free to, you know, switch mons around. Could be interesting. Interesting set here. I kind of want to leave this one to the end, so we'll move a few of these around here real quick. Sock. Alright, so Sock, Choice Banded. Originally I looked at his team. The only things that were faster than Sock are Rotom Heat, Swellow, and Lycanroc. Rotom Heat only if it's max speed, right? So, figured that didn't want to worry too much about those mons, because Rotom Heat and Swellow gets checked by Rhyperior, and Lycanroc, I was like 50% sure it was coming, but so yeah, I was like, it's fine. Choice Band is fine. Max attack, enough speed to outspeed something. Maybe it was Serena. Probably Serena. And yeah, close combat and Earthquake. I mean, mainly the two moves that I'm going to use: Fire Punch, Mold Breaker for the sturdy Fortress, and then Knockoff for Duosion. I didn't think Duosion was coming at all, but I had no other move to put here, and I thought, might as well put Knockoff here. Whimsicott. Whimsicott with the Kabia Berry. So I have, mainly I wanted Whimsicott here for Prankster Defog. I also thought it would be a decent switch in to Scrafty. That's why I have Kabia Berry in case he ran Poison Jab. Ran Moonblast, obviously hits everything decently hard, and obviously hits Scrafty pretty hard. U-turn, and I ran Giga Drain. I had Knockoff instead of Giga Drain, but I did switch it for Giga Drain because I realized that it didn't have too much for Swampert, so just in case Swampert came and it was a nuisance, which I thought it might be, I have Giga Drain on here. Wanted this set to be a little bit more defensive. With the speed tiers, it was kind of hard to make it more defensive, but I did set it to where it could outspeed pretty much everything, or almost everything. Defense, I did put a little bit in defense and then some in HP, but yeah, mainly here for Prankster Defog. Bronzong. Bronzong is here for the Dragalge. Dragalge is very annoying if I don't have Bronzong with Spadef, so I did have to bring it like this. I ran Rocks. I wasn't sure what to bring other than that. I wanted to run Body Press, but I honestly wasn't sure for these last 3 moves, so I just threw on Body Press, Iron Defense, and Psyshock. Psyshock for the Dragalge. And yeah, pretty basic set. We'll go over the Chandelure first. Chandelure, this was a last minute thing. I was between heavy duty boots, between there was a lot of items that I was between. Thought having one Scarfer would be a good idea. It would make sure that, like, if Rotom Heat or Swellow or Lycanroc were a problem, I would be able to at least do something against him. So wanted to run this. Max special attack, and this speed is enough to outspeed everything, which was nice. Infiltrator in case something was like sub, or Rotom Heat was light screen reflect. Yeah. Then this Zoroark. Okay, very interesting thing. I will start off by saying that. So this is what happened, right? So Chandelure gets completely countered by Scrafty. For some stupid reason, it does not learn Dazzling Gleam as a light-based Pokemon, a light-based move for light-based Pokemon. It does not learn it. So I have no fairy moves. It doesn't learn a fighting move. It doesn't learn a flying move. So it gets completely countered by Scrafty. So I figured, how can I counter this? Because I don't have pivot. Obviously, there's no pivot on Chandelure. So unless I constantly switch out into Whimsicott every single time, which could be annoying because it does have a lot of rocks and spikes and stuff like that, toxic spikes, so it can be annoying. I figured, well, can Zoroark take on Scrafty? So this is what happened. Originally, Scrafty as Chandelure, I was like, alright, this thing also doesn't learn a fairy move, but it learns Focus Blast, okay? So, I wanted Dark Pulse, Flamethrower, and Sub on this. So basically, this is what happened. Not what happened, sorry. This is what I wanted to happen. Sub, as Chandelure, so I disguise as Chandelure, I sub, Scrafty comes in. Obviously, you go for knockoff against the Chandelure, so it resists, I don't have an item, and the defense is enough to live 1 knockoff, even if it's like max attack, so it's like perfect. The speed is to outspeed most things besides like Swallow and Lycanroc, but those outsped anyways, so it's fine. Focus Blast, so 140, this should be able to, I would need, I believe, 3 Focus Blasts, if it's AV max Spadef. I was trying to figure out if there was a way to make it so it would only be 2, and at that point it was like taking defense out or putting a life orb, or so I was kind of hoping that it was an AV max Spadef, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's why this is here. Sorry, big thing here, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, let's get on to the game real quick. Let's just turn off music, dark mode, my bad, I didn't set this up. Okay, cool. So, let's close that out. Oh, I didn't even tell you what I was expecting, but the things that I wasn't expecting, Fortress, well, Serena was definitely one that I wasn't expecting because I didn't think it did too much here. Fortress was also another one that I was like I didn't think it would come. And then Lycanroc was definitely one that I was 50% sure it was coming. Wasn't 100% though. Swallow didn't come, so I was like, oh, this sucks. Repair set's kind of meh now. That is what it is. Yeah, anyways. Let's get on to my first move that I go here. So, I went into Whimsicott originally because I thought if he starts over with Lycanroc or Swampert to just try to get up rocks, whichever one comes in, that can be annoying. So I want to start with Whimsicott and just U-turn out, as he goes right into Fortress because it counters Whimsicott, and I just go for a U-turn. We see its Rocky Helmet, so I go into Chandelure. So this is Zoroark. Obviously you don't stay in with Fortress on Chandelure, especially because you don't have Sturdy if you have it anymore, because I broke it with U-turn. So you switch 100% here. Doesn't matter. You switch. Goes into Scrafty. I go for sub. You still think, okay, it's still a Chandelure. Chandelure obviously has sub. So you go for knockoff here. I go for Focus Blast. Boom. I get a crit. That crit basically told me, just make sure I was right. But I'm pretty sure. Where are you, Zoroark? There you are. So 52, let me see, crit-wise. Where are we? Crits. So it tells me that the set is more or less, not Spadef. Or, sorry, wait, is it? Wait, no, I think It was crit and it did, wait. What's going on here? What's going on here? Hold on. Let me move this over. It did... Crit did 58%. A crit did 58%. What did I calc? Oh, wait, it's AV. Right. That's what I was doing. Yeah, so it made sure that it was AV... Sorry. AV... I don't know if it was max SPDEF or max HP or something like that, but you do that or I got like the highest roll possible. I'm expecting that it was either like not max or like maybe some in here, some in there, you know, it move around, but it wasn't. I don't think it was a max roll. Anyways, so I got the crit though, which was very sad. Obviously, knockoff doesn't break it, and so now I go for another one. I do not miss. Sadly, it does not kill, but so that makes it so like, alright, at least I don't feel that bad that it didn't kill here. So now we can break the sub, which is fair. Get some back, 4%. I can just kill here with Flamethrower now. I don't have to risk anything else. He knows it's Zoroark because Chandelure doesn't learn Focus Blast. And so now I double or switch out into Whimsicott as I know I can really take anything from Swampert. I could just defog this away, no problem. Fortress comes back out as I thought. And I just go for U-turn. I probably should have just switched. I don't know why I went for U-turn here to take chip on Whimsicott because I need it for later, but whatever. Spikes happen again. I should have went for Dark Pulse here, but I go for Flamethrower, expecting him to stay in, I guess. I don't know. I was kind of clicking fast here, so I was just happy that I got this crafty thing off. But I get another crit with Dark Pulse. Burns Chandelure. That's kind of weird. That's okay though. We can just switch into Rhyperior here. As Pain Split happens, kind of annoying. That's okay, it's okay. Swampert comes out, and I just go for a Rock Blast. Again, not sure why. I was expecting Rotom Heat to stay in. Kind of weird, but okay. So I switch out into Bronzong. Thinking I can take anything from this thing. It's just gonna Stealth Rocks. And as you see here, he goes for Flip Turn. He realizes, I guess, that I'm not defensive. So that's not good. I just go for my own rocks here. Go into Whimsicott here. As more spikes come out, so I am thankful that I got Whimsicott in here. Sadly, I do have to defog though, which Jar Ball will kill Whimsicott, which is very sad. Kind of sad that I didn't bring Blastoise here over Whimsicott, but like I wanted it for Scrafty and Swampert, but whatever. So Chandelure comes in, he's the real one, and I know I could just go for a Shadow Ball because Swellow isn't here and Scrafty's dead, so now I can freely click Shadow Balls, which is nice. Sadly, do not kill here, but the SPDEF drop is pretty big. And Pain Split's annoying, but the next Shadow Ball should kill, so Chungus has to switch into the Swampert here, as Shadow Ball does a good chunk here as well. Yeah, Chandelure is doing well here, so I just go into Rhyperior here, which isn't Rhyperior because it's burned, guys. This is the Zoroark, but because so this is okay. So Zoroark's interesting. So Zoroark, how it works is whoever's in the back of your 6th position, whoever it is, like on the bottom row, I know you can't see my cursor, but on the bottom row, when you can select to switch out, whoever's at the 6th spot. So originally I had Chandelure in the 6th spot, but I switched Rhyperior for Chandelure earlier, which makes Zoroark change to Rhyperior. Zoroark is such an interesting Pokemon. You can do so many cool things with it, which is what I want to show off here. But yeah, so I go for Dark Pulse on Zoroark as I do get a flinch here, and Chungus now says, well, I kill the Swampert here, and then Chungus says that, I'll just pause it here as soon as I see it. This effing Zoroark. I didn't know it could change illusion targets. Yeah, so a lot of people don't know that, but close combat happens. As you know, I am not defensive, I'm SPDEF, so not much I could do to this Lycanroc. I basically have to bluff that Sock is Scarf. And I do live 1, so it's not a big deal. Fortress comes out. I should have expected Fortress to come out, but, you know, that's fine. I can't 2-hit KO it, so I have to switch out, save it for later. Chandelure is the real one, comes out, and spikes go up. Really annoying. I hate setup stuff like this, but, you know, obviously it's a good strategy against me, at least for this game, because I have Whimsicott as my removal, but Chandelure does die here. If I switched it out, switch back in, would have died anyways, so I'd rather get Chip with Life Orb here. Salt comes out. Again, just bluffing. And I know Close Combat claims a kill. So, at this point, basically, there's not much I could do. I lose to Close Combat against Lycanroc. I sadly didn't bring anything for Lycanroc. But yeah, this is going to be a 2-0. He's just going to clean up here. I'll just put on normal. Yeah. So, originally, I knew that I didn't have anything for Lycanroc. I didn't prep for it. I prepped mainly to try to get Chandelure to just click Shadow Balls. And although it did do that, I wish that I brought Scarf on Sock as well. Because I brought Band because I needed to be able to break a few mons just with raw power, which is why Sock was there, and he did do it. He broke a few mons here and there, but I do wish that I could have brought Scarf this game. Nevertheless, GG's Chungus. I was praying that Lycanroc didn't come, but of course he came. I need to prep harder for this mon. I always am like, it's gotta be a Sash lead, and then I just get swept by it like most of the time. But, anyways, the next week is going to be versus Kyrax Crooks. So be on the lookout for that one. He now has a real team with Feraligatr back, not Bruxish. So sadly, we're gonna have to verse Feraligatr over Bruxish. Yeah, he definitely fixed up his team a bit, but that'll be next week. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.